So the basic format of the workshop is you sort of give an introduction at the beginning, just describing what the workshop will entail, what type of skills you're trying to teach, and then there's a quick setup period. So all the setup is actually directly on the GitHub. So when I first hosted the workshop, I basically just told them to start reading from Get Started and go all the way until they reach the IntelliJ part. You can also walk through it with them if needed. But the instructions are pretty straightforward. You just copy and paste a couple commands, and then you set up the IntelliJ project. There's instructions in case that you or the students aren't familiar with how 61B sets up their IntelliJ projects, but it's pretty much the same. And the final step before the hopping into the next part is running the JUnit tests. So every bug is paired with a set of integration tests that basically tests all the codes. These are provided, and basically you just have to run them, and one of the tests will fail, and that test basically points them towards the bug that they should be fixing. Okay, so then the next part is going to be actually talking about all of the code, as well as the structure of the project. So one thing to note is that this entire project is basically, it lives on this GitHub repo. And because there has to be a bunch of bugs, different bugs on different versions of the code, basically I achieve this with the different branches in GitHub. So the master branch, if you actually go to it, is actually completely empty. There's no source files, there's no Java files. You have to go to either the tic-tac-toe or the ultimate tic-tac-toe branch to see the working code. So this is bug-free. And then if you go to the tic-tac-toe bug 1 branch, that's the very first bug the students will be tackling. So all of the bugs, it's basically just a clone of the repo, maybe some extra comments to sort of push them in the direction of the bugs. And then there's also just one error that's been added in, as opposed to the original tic-tac-toe project. So yeah, so basically you can navigate through all of the tic-tac-toe stuff by just checking out each branch. The only thing you sort of have to keep in mind is if you're not too familiar with dealing with branches on GitHub, you do need to do this --track origin and then the name of the branch you want to switch to. This is just because on your local repo, if you are cloning the repo, you only really clone master. So you don't clone any of the extra branches that has all the working code. So you need to add this extra statement the first time you switch to the branch. But after you run this command, you'll always have that branch on your local computer, and then you can push and pull as needed.